Hello and welcome to a new team review. Today we're going to take a look at the first builds I played in the Great League Remix Cup. I went with this team for 1-3-2-2-3. I could have won a lot more games actually, but I had no idea how to play this team sometimes. If I played correctly, I would have been fine. I had a lot of lag against me, like it's always the same basically when leagues changes, like the game is nearly unplayable. As today again, like I had like so much lag against me. So I think there's also one game in there. I didn't put every game in there, so I think I have like, I don't know, 10 or something in out of the 15 where I like, where you just see like all the lag we had there, which was like crazy. But this team was definitely fine. Also battled against someone else using this team, maybe someone who watched my video about it. So this team was definitely totally okay. I liked using it. There is a one bigger flaw, which is Dugong. I have to say that. Like Dugong is really strong against this team. Didn't expect to see that many Dugong, but I saw a lot of them. So yeah, but otherwise like went very positive with this team. I'm like now at 2,900. I think I'm gonna drop again, even though I'm not legend yet. And people are like, why are you not like legend yet? Like Q times are now crazy, like seriously. It took me 3 hours, no, for 3 sets, it took me like 1 hour to complete them. And like during Element Cup and like lower ranks, you need 1 hour to like complete all your sets and not 3. So yeah, right now it was like super long queue times. No one played this cup, I don't know why. This cup is fun. There's a lot of different stuff where you can see. You don't see always the same stuff, which is really good. But right now, like, lag is everywhere, like, be aware about that. It's really not nice to play right now. And I lost, I think, 2 games as well, just right now to lag, which was cool with a different team. But, yeah. You have a really good lead. I saw 2 Pro Pass in my sets, which was like, what the hell, like, who runs a Pro Pass? Yeah, I make a really stupid mistake. Why do I throw here? Like, this didn't make any sense at all. I should have just saved the move and went to my Wigglytuff. Here, I just hope to get a shield or something. And I completely misplayed this game. It's also really late for me, so I'm really tired, to be honest. But yeah, I should maybe play it those times because I make a lot of big mistakes here, which you're gonna see. So this team is even way better than the things that you might expect there. Here my opponent has the Shadow Victory Bell in the back. I didn't even know that this thing was like a thing, but you can actually use it in this cup. And here it goes back into the Probo Pass. And now we only have our Wigglytuff, but we already made like so much damage with the Powder Snow damage there from the Froslass against him, so we should be in our okay spot. Here he goes back into the Victory Bell. We go for 1 charge move here, which he definitely gonna shield, but I just want to get the clock down. And now he most likely gonna go for Acid Spray, which he's gonna do. And the Acid Spray gonna lower our defenses, but we're still gonna be able to charm him down before he Razor Leaves us down, which is good, because we had more HP. Next up, we have Mawile. I make a big mistake here again, but props to my opponent. Running Icing Mawile is actually a really interesting thing. Maybe I look into that as well, as it's gonna beat Digger's Beam most likely into shields. It is good against the Mandibuzz as well. Like it's a really hard Mandibuzz counter. Like it's resist every move. And has a super effective quick move. Like it might be actually it's kind of solid here. Yeah, I know that this was definitely a power punch against my Froslass. He's gonna let it go. Goes into Mew, and we're in a super okay spot here right now. We can just go for the Avalanche and gonna let this one go. We actually see him P-Tie, which is even better. The Surf gonna KO us. We have our Wigglytuff, and there's nothing my opponent can do at this point of time. I'm just gonna shield here for safety measures, and most likely my opponent goes for Wild Charge, which he does. Has a Reggie still in the back. I have my DGSP. I have 1 shield still. There's nothing really my opponent can do here at this point of time. I can just go straight for the Earthquake. I can go for the Fire Punch afterwards because I get there before my opponent, and I should be in a really good spot at this time. So this should be a good game to my opponent. And here he has Mew. I think I still even survive a Surf at this point, so nothing really that threatens me. So we can just go for the Earthquake there and gonna be able to win this game. A good game there. Next opponent, Wellover. This game was also something where I just had at the worst point, like in time, like some kind of lag. But you're gonna see it later on. We have a really bad lead here, but my Wellover also missed a move in the beginning. I have to be like fair there, like he missed a move in the beginning, which was really bad for him. But here is a Cast Form, which is really good for him. Like Cast Form was really strong. I have to bait him here. He gonna shield here, which is the right play. And I can go for, okay, yes, he goes for another Weather Boy. I can go for the Shadow Ball still. And we're not in a good spot here. But it depends what he has in the back now. We can go into the weekly type, we can farm him a bit down here. And we go for what he goes for the weather ball. He can go for 2 weather balls at this point of time. And my opponent gonna swap out into Gelatin, which has a bubble. And I'm gonna go... I have my move stored, which is the right play. Here he goes for the Ice Beam, which is really strong against me. I still should be able to get to the Earthquake before, which I'm gonna do. And now we're gonna see that my opponent goes on the move here again. It's an Ice Beam again. It's the Ice Beam. We can farm him down. But here my Weather has to catch. And you're gonna see here, I threw on the first move of the other thing and went for a quick move, and it took like way forever till like my quick move came in, and then he threw the charge. I just let it get cute for like forever. It's just so annoying, but really good play from my opponent there. Definitely the play he had to do. Lost with 1 HP there, so good game. But here we have a Dugong against us. Dugong against us, really bad. Really nothing you want to see there, but we can go for the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball still will do a lot of damage. My opponent goes for the Water Pulse. I don't know if I would actually go for Water Pulse with a Dugong, because the Water Pulse is such a garbage move and you can debuff your opponent, so nearly you always kind of want to go for the Icy Wind. I think the only play where Water Pulse is a bit better is against like Reggie Steel or something. I think in a neutral matchup it's actually kind of the same, even like if you go for Icy Wind or not, like does not really matter. So here we actually win Switcher Rangeback, goes into his own Froslass, and we are not in an okay spot here. We go into the Digger's Bee, we try to get some pressure like with Fire Punch, but we're not in a good spot, like not looking too good for us. Goes for the Fire Punch there. Goes into Drift Bloom. This is good for us at least, again, because we can like maybe farm him down, get to a move later on, but we definitely have to farm him down at this point. And actually this time my opponent makes a really good call, like super solid call. You're gonna see it later on, which wins in the game. Like props to my opponent there, really well played. I actually like thought maybe I wouldn't have done this play, what my opponent does here, because I go for the Play Rough. Play Rough does a lot of damage, like it's stab, good move, but he does no shield here because he still has shield, but he wants to be like safe from the Digger's Bee. He has a 1 HP, gonna be able to get to 2 moves here against me, which gonna KO me here, and my weekly health is 1 HP, so we're not gonna win this game on the... Oh god, he got to 2 charge moves there and to like KO my last Pokemon with like 1 HP. That was crazy. Dugong lead against us. It's horrible. It's actually horrible, but still we went like positive, like very positive with this team. Like I don't know, it can't be that bad. I think I won, was like the 9-6 or something, so it's not too bad. Again, at some point my opponent goes into a Blaster there, but he's a bit like late on the switch there, because now we can go for like Shadow Ball. He goes for 1 shield. I'm gonna mirror the shield here at this point of time, and I'm gonna be able to go for another Shadow Ball. If he let us go, he's still gonna survive that, and he's gonna let us go, but we can farm him down at this point of time. We have lag against us a bit, but it is on both sides, and we can just farm all the way down. And we have a move start. We're just gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball because it doesn't matter. I expect my opponent to shield here, and he does not, and I have no idea why. I should have swapped out here though. Oh wow, this game. I didn't get the extra move in here, which is crucial, which you're gonna see later on. He gets to 2 moves because of that. But I also misplay. My opponent has Dragonair in the back. I should have swapped out here already. I underestimated his moves there. I should have just swapped after 4 charms, I think. And now I swap out here and it's too late. Like, I misplayed that hard. But also, like, if I just got the 1 extra charm in there during his move, which is actually the mechanic that should work. Like, people expect, like, not going through is the mechanic that should work, but it's not. You actually want, like, it was in the beginning, it was like always the case that the move goes through when like your opponent goes at a charge move at the same time as you would go for the next quick move. So the bug is actually not that it does not go through, but like that it does go through, but that it does not go through sometimes. So that's what they also want to fix, and if it just worked like it should work, I would have won this game, but it didn't, sadly. But yeah. Here we have a decent spot. We have a really decent spot there. It goes into the Sableye, and we can go for the Fire Punch bait there, as he definitely wants to KO this Pokemon here with his Sableye. Goes for the return, which is good for me because I shielded, and I can go into my Froslass now and go for an Avalanche. He can outspeed me, but I can definitely get a shield here from him, and I'm already close to an Earthquake, which should KO the Sableye after some more Powder Snow there, and we should be definitely able to win this game here. Yeah, I don't think that, unless he catches, there's nothing he can do, and he does not catch, so good game there. We're already at the Earthquake, and my opponent goes into a Pro Pass. Actually, I can go to 2 Magnet Bombs, like maybe it's gonna be still close, like Magnet Bomb still hurts. You're actually gonna outspeed us here. And now we're gonna see that we win with the Fire Punch. And next up we're gonna have Diggersby against Diggersby. Actually had this matchup I think twice. My opponent has a worse Diggersby than me, but I think he got the extra move in here which changes stuff. It isn't this guy, I think it is this guy we are also lost against. But I think that's this guy. Let me see. He goes for another move there. I think he'll let the next one go as well. I think it's the guy. The guy that runs exactly the same team as me. But he plays it out better, yeah. Froslass, I go into my own Froslass. Kinda have to bait him here. And yeah, I already know what he has in the back, I think, because it's the same team I use. Maybe someone who also watched like the video there and copied that, which is fine. Because the team is definitely really good. I really enjoyed using it. But we can go for... Yeah, you can just go for the Shadow Ball here. He has like so much energy already. I'm just gonna go to my Wigglytuff. And I think my only play here is like to catch like, I don't know, the move on the Diggersby, which didn't really work out that well. I have to farm down and maybe get to the play rough before my opponent can KO me. But the move here gonna do like way too much with the Avalanche that he can just farm me all the way down. There's nothing I can do. Good game there. Well, better played than me, I guess, with my team, which is very interesting. And here my opponent is Jason with the Hex move, which is good for me actually, as Hex is way better than Bubble, of course, and we can just like go for the Earthquake there. And we don't really have to stay into this matchup too long. My opponent goes for the shield here, which is really good for me. What I want to do now is force my opponent to throw 2 moves back to back, so he's out of energy, which he does here. And now I have an Earthquake stored, and I have 2 good answers in the back, so I'm just gonna switch out into my Save Swap. And my Save Swap can go for the Shadow Ball, and this most likely gets another shield here, yep. And what I'm gonna do here is think that he's gonna bait me, and he's gonna bait me because he's so far behind already in this match that he has to bait me. Here I have to shield, it's a Bubble Beam, which is fine. My opponent goes into the Wigglytuff. You can go for the Avalanche here. And we can just KO the Wigglytuff with the Earthquake on my Diggersby. And we're in a good spot right now. I don't know anything that can KO us at this point of time. What could he have in the back that wins against us? It's essential. Oh yeah, and this is also a game where I had like crazy lag, I think. You're gonna see that now most likely. Yeah. I mean, look at... And here we miss moves, like my opponent also missed some moves here. Now you see this Ice Punch. Didn't go through, like I didn't get damage from that. Now we see like lag, I can get 2 moves, my opponent can get 2 moves. If we still farm down, because of that we would have won either way. But this was just like so stupid. Next up we have Dugong against us again. This must be the last match actually. We can go to the Earthquake before my opponent gets to that, which is pretty nice. And we can go into the Froslass now to basically soak the move better. And now we're not in the worst spot here. My opponent goes into the Jealous and I can go for the Shadow Ball at this point of time. And there's like nothing really. Yeah, he has to shield there. And I expect my opponent to bait here because we're already like so low, like baiting is not really that bad for him. He actually baits. And I think after seeing the first image, we're gonna survive this. And he goes survive with the 1 HP, what I call. We can go for the Shadow Ball here and put him low. And what we're gonna do now is, because we know his lead and we're like really bad against this, we're just gonna stay in here, know that he has like the Bubble Beam, and we're just gonna farm up all the energy. Nothing to worry about. We have like more than an Earthquake stored. We can just take this and swap out and farm all the energy. And my opponent goes into Dugong, which is fine. I'm gonna let the first one go and see what he has in the back. And what he has in the back gonna be lag. And we're gonna farm down because of that. And my opponent has a Driftman in the back. We should be able to win this game now. It's gonna be it. We're gonna feature a lot of cool teams on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it. Because this cup looks really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. I have a lot of teams I plan to showcase. Some are meme teams, some like really, really strong teams. A lot of Pokemon have a lot of play in this meta that are like not high on the list, which is cool. And we're gonna see like how it's gonna work out for us. I actually haven't seen a lot of fighters recently here, so I thought it would be more common, but that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks all for watching, and I see you in the next video.